We are talking about 5 real estate horror stories.
5 real estate horror stories.
Yeah.
Welcome to the closing table with the Money Guys, Sidney Young and Jared Parrish. This episode is being brought to you by Allura Financial, AlluraFinancial.com, your source for real estate investment funding. Now, presenting the Money Guys. All right. Sit your nasty ass down. All right. Hey, welcome to the closing table with the Money Guys. I'm Sidney Young.
And Jared Parrish.
We're the Money Guys, and we got your money. This show is being brought to you by Allura Financial, AlluraFinancial.com. All right, enough of that stereo shit. Hey,
it works.
It works. You know, it's Thursday, towards the end of April here, downtown Houston, Texas. Got our full-time senior processor back there. Wave. We won't say her name. We think
she waves.
She's wanted by the FBI, so we won't say her name.
Yeah, AC over here has been a little wonky.
No, it has been
It's
fine.
been warm. It's been stuffy.
You think? Oh, no, wait. AC did go out in the building.
You're used to it because you don't turn your AC on at home.
Mine's like freezing at home. Dude.
Yeah,
My daughter's
if it was freezing at home, you'd be burning.
No,
up
but
here.
I forgot. The AC did go out in the building, but they did fix it.
Yeah, at least we got power though.
You know, we got power. Did you notice in the background
So we can
back
sweat
there
with
the
Facebook.
traffic going by? We're located right here in downtown Houston. We're negotiating. We're trying to get a larger office in this building. If we get the larger office, the background's going to change.
Yeah, it might look a little different.
Yeah, but
A different variety of homeless walking by the windows.
hey, the upscale homeless on that side of the building, okay?
Right? They actually wear undergarments.
It's been crazy, man. A lot of stuff happens here at this the streets of Houston, Texas.
Just a moving and a shaking.
Man, there's a lot of things happening, and there's a lot of things been happening with Allura Financial this week, man. It's been crazy what's going on this week. But in this business, man,
Yelling at title companies, yelling at appraisers.
you know, we don't yell. We talk in an affirmative manner.
We speak loud enough for you to hear us.
You son of a bitch! You better close my freaking deal, man. Don't make me come down there.
What do you mean it's worth $150?
Make a different number.
Come
Come
say
on, man.
$250.
I give you an extra $500.
Yeah, put that in the comments. Tell us about the worst appraisal experiences you've had.
Oh my God, come on.
I've got some bad ones.
Dude,
I've got some terrible ones.
we got appraisers. We got funds that we deal with that we don't necessarily like they don't even agree with the appraisers.
No. We've
I think they're rushed. I think there's appraisers just rushing things because of volume.
I don't know. I mean, sometimes you may get a new one. Well, it's funny. All right, so we had one. We were expecting the value to come in around $300,000.
Which one?
I can't remember the name of it. It was a couple months ago.
No.
We're expecting it to come in around $300,000. Everything seemed to be right on the money. There was nothing, shady about
Houston?
it. Yeah, it was here.
Okay.
And the value came in just north of 200. It was like 210, 215. I mean, way big discrepancy. Huge. He was huge. And
China.
and the fuckery of it was
The fuckery.
the comps that they listed in comparison to this house were all in the 300 range, and everything was comparable. I'm so surprised you don't remember that. And we called them. We couldn't get anything done. They wouldn't change anything. Eventually we just kind of gave them the old and had to order a new appraisal. The next appraisal came in. Everything was OBKB. We were happy, closed the deal, and we were able to move on.
I had a fix and flip just last week. Appraisal came in. Even our fund, our guy who says, "Boom, here's your money," looked at it and said, "This appraisal's wrong. It ain't this much."
Yeah, because they
it's this much."
lowballed it.
Yeah. Which normally never happens. It's always the opposite. All this appraisal is doing is too high. It went the opposite direction. So yeah.
Anyway, give us some stories. Put it in the comments. Let us know, if you've ever had
who's
this.
having chaos right now? Appraisers, title companies. We're having issues with title companies too.
Home inspectors.
Home inspectors. And then
whoselers can't find enough.
Fucking wholesalers. You know,
nobody's got a good deal lately.
Fucking lying bastards. Oh, sorry. Today we're gonna curse. All right, we're gonna get it out.
Right, we're gonna put it all out on the line today.
I love you, wholesalers. Okay, send me a deal. Send Daddy a deal. Okay,
send us a real one.
Yeah, a real one.
Like the one that I sent you. I think it was this morning. I don't think you got the joke. So it was a house here in Houston.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, average comps in the area are going to be the low hundred. I mean, the high hundreds, low 200s, and this house was completely burnt, and he's wanting $125,000 for it.
You know,
like,
my
dude,
favorite question.
The lot is like worth $9,000.
Now, my favorite question was, the ARV on this sucker's $7 million. Okay, great, man. Can you give me 3 comps to show that?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Where they at? Well, I got it from a realtor.
Does it have to be in the same state?
Like, dude, come on,
no, man.
And then my other one that shuts them up, these aren't wholesalers, but clients. Hey, man, send me 2 months bank statements. Let's get this thing going for you.
Yeah, and it comes back handwritten. We've had that happen before.
My mama says I have a lot of money.
I don't trust people with my bank statements because they could steal my identity, and they send us a handwritten.
The handwritten ones, the ones where the fonts are not the same.
You know what? I'm sorry. It's just like, that's not gonna fly.
Man, there's some.
And what's funny
stories.
is they get mad at us when we don't receive the fraudulent shit.
Jeez, man, it's funny.
You know, honestly,
you think they'd go away at that point? Instead, they want to fight that you won't accept their fraud.
Yeah, they're mad. Like you're the one that's holding it up. You're holding up my loan. I'm trying to buy a house here.
You know. So anyway, and then they have clients who have several bank accounts. We need at least $1,050 in a bank account because that's going to make your
$1,051.
And they put in 1,020.
1,020. That's right.
Hey, I love him though. He's a good guy.
You know,
this one I shouldn't rag. He's like a brother to me. Really is. Anyway, I love that client. Let's move on to what today's topic is.
All right. So today we are talking about 5 real estate horror stories.
5 real estate horror stories.
Yeah.
Sorry, didn't mean to go.
I don't know if I should use our regular theme music or if I should do how scary it is, you know. So anyway, starting with this. Now, these are going to be real estate scams. These are either renters or buyers that unknowingly walked right into a scam and got swindled.
You swindler.
Yeah, so number 1 on the list today. Yeah. We've got Oliver Ellerby. Yeah, Ellerby.
Ollie?
Yeah, Ollie. Ollie thought he found the perfect home for his aging parents.
Oh, good.
The brick house in Katy, Texas, near Houston, was just a 5-minute drive from his home.
Oh, look at that.
Wonderful spot, right?
Yeah.
And the nice guy's buying a house for his folks.
Is Carlos involved in this?
Carlos was not involved in this. At a real estate auction, Ellerby, who works in the petroleum industry, made a winning bid on a home for $150,050.
Oh,
good job for Ellerby.
Good job, Ollie.
Home in Katy for $150,000. That's one hell of a deal. So, Ellerby received an email seemingly from his real estate agent at the firm of Keller Williams, notifying him that the wiring instructions have changed.
From the realtor's office, not the title company.
It looked like it was from the realtor's office. Ooh. So soon after, he drove over to his bank and sent the $150,050 to the new bank address. And then he left for a hunting trip.
Y'all
with
see
clients.
this, don't you?
You see where this is going. You see where this is going.
Someone just took off to Vegas.
He says, when I left on the trip, nothing felt off. On the morning of closing, Ellerby received an email from someone at the title company. He was rather confused. They asked him when he was going to send the goddamn money. And he said, I'd already done that. He explained. He goes, I even showed them the emails as proof.
Oh, my God.
The title company representative told Ellerby they hadn't sent those emails, and the wiring instructions had never changed. He goes, my heart sank. I had sent my money to a thief. And unfortunately, to this day, he has never recovered any of that money.
150 bills out the window.
Down the old...
So someone took his $150,000. How did someone know he was closing?
Let's
The realtor had to have something to do with
explain
it.
this one. Now this is
Explain it to
called
me, Lucy.
the wire fraud scam.
The wire, which by the way is illegal.
Yes, it is very illegal.
Yeah.
Get your time in that pound me in the ass prison that you love to talk about so much. So what happens now? A lot of people have heard about their email addresses getting hacked. And some people say, I don't care. I mean, what's in my email? What are they going to read a message from my wife about me going to get groceries or something?
Yeah.
Man, no, there's a lot of very sensitive information in your email account. So let's say, for instance, you have one hacker and he hacks 100 email addresses. And every day he may start searching keywords. Closing, real estate, purchase, things like that. And if he sees that there's emails back and forth about you buying a property, all he has to do is change one letter in the email address. So like, for instance, if it's Michael, he can swap the A and the E, and it looks like it's coming from your realtor, which is what he did. And they sent him new wiring instructions. He's thinking, hey, this is from my buddy Mike over at Keller Williams. So he goes down to the bank, sends the money over, and by the time it hit the account, it was rerouted to an account in China. And China. They're stealing everything. It's a terrible deal. It's the worst deal in the world that I've ever seen in my life. So, and unfortunately for Oliver over here, this guy lost $150,000.
Once it's wired, they can't do anything about it, can they?
No, I mean, it's almost as effective as cash.
Wow.
So, and once it's out of the bank's like, sorry, dude. So now, if the money was stolen from his account, you do have insurance on that with the bank, because if you were like Bank of America or something like that, you've got FDIC. Yeah. Federal Deposit Insurance Company. That's protected. I believe it goes up to $1 million. But in this instance, this is wire fraud, and he would have to seek reimbursement through crime victims, which
poor Ollie
he didn't have. Number 2 on our list.
I'm sad for Ollie. I really am.
Sucks. Everyone on here, like I said, everyone on here got fucked. Pretty bad.
Who we got number 2?
All right. Summit County Sheriff's Lieutenant Andrew Wright says 2 rental frauds happened with the suspects using the same name and address to scam 2 separate victims. A 30-year-old man found a property on Craigslist, located on Bobsled Boulevard in Bear Hollow neighborhood.
Not Bear Hollow.
I think this one is in Florida.
Bobsled in Bear Hollow.
Yeah, in Florida.
Florida.
He signed a renter's agreement electronically and wired $2,200 for the first month's rent, cleaning fee, and security deposit. Everything seems to be kosher there. The suspect reached out to the victim and informed him that he would also need the last month's rent prior to
because you got a 500 FICA.
Yeah, I mean, he needed last month's rent, and so he went ahead and wired another $1,100 for the home. He was supposed to move into the residence in Bear Hollow on December 14th. When he arrived at the listed address, the person said that he'd wired, he got to the address he was supposed to go to, and he thought maybe the landlord just didn't show up. So I'm going to give him a call. Tried to call him, and nothing. He sat there for hours, and he believed he had been scammed. He contacted the sheriff's office and filed a report. That money has never been received. Same scenario. It was a lady that was moving to Florida from Boston, and when she filed a report, the exact same name and everything.
Me and you almost became victims of that scam. We remember last year. You probably don't remember. Last year we had a wholesale deal here in Houston. It was from a wholesaler out of state. Gave me an address, told me to go to the address, and I'll have someone meet you there with a key.
And now, I mean, let's give a little background here. We get wholesalers that call us all the time, whether it be from out of state or whether they're local.
This
one
was going to be, wow, you're letting it go for this, we're on it.
Yeah, we even had a buyer that was going to meet us out there. We were going to close this thing same day.
So I get there early because I want to view it and make sure everything's legit, and then we tell our buyer to get there an hour later. So I get there early. Can't get into place. I call the guy up. Hey, there's not a lot box. He says,
cut the chain.
Cut the chain on the gate, and you can just go around the back yard. And I said, man, I don't feel comfortable doing this. Just remove a few boards. I said, And so it's not making sense to me. A few minutes later, a car pulls up.
Freeze, motherfucker.
Well, it wasn't the cops. It was the actual property owner who happened to live a couple of blocks down, happened to be passing by, and there was an older lady, and guess what she had in her hand?
357 Magnum?
A gun. And I said, whoa, lady. And I had to explain to her what I'm doing. She said, I don't know those people. So I called the guy up, and he's claiming he does know her. I said, she's right here. She don't know you. Click, can't get home, nothing.
Yep.
What they were going to do was
and he was wanting money for it.
Yeah, they were wanting money.
And that's another scam. There's a lot of scams out there where people try to sell a home that doesn't belong to them. And they'll tell you, no, I don't want to use a title company. I don't want to go through all the fees. We'll just do a quick claim deed and just give me a check. Yeah, no, sorry. No, that don't work.
And then
always use a title company.
While I was there, a damn bee bit me.
Yes.
Anyway.
You poor little thing.
So anyway, guess what time it is to get bitten by a bee? It'd be gone because these people are no longer here. We'll be right back.
Imagine the perfect video store. It would have a great selection, right? Right. Over 10,000 videos. 3 evening rentals, so no rush, no hassle. Fast checkout. 24-hour quick drop return. Open late every night. Well, the perfect video store.
Welcome to Blockbuster Video.
Is popping up all over the country. There's one near you.
Blockbuster Video. Wow, what a difference.
I told you they'd be gone. They no longer with us.
They're not here no more. All right, number 3, talking about real estate scams. So, number 3, Aaron and Lindsay Fisher.
Oh, the Fishers.
The Fishers. They went fishing.
They did.
And they got scammed.
Who's the guy in New York that was that Fisher lady? The Lolita? What's her name? Amy Fisher.
Oh, yeah, murderer.
Oh, she didn't kill the lady. She just shot her. Joey Buttafuoco's wife. You know Joey.
I don't know.
32nd and 20 over there. You know Joey.
No. Yeah. Oh, Robert. Yeah, no.
Anyway.
I don't know. Anyway, so we've got Aaron and Lindsay Fisher found their dream home not far from where they lived in Northern California.
Oh.
They sound like they're from California.
They do.
Yeah, they said the house was stunning. $1.4 million home with an expansive backyard and a nearby trail where they could hike with their 4 sons. It sounds like a Norman Rockwell painting. So it seemed too good to be true, almost. Lindsay said this was exactly what we wanted, but then suddenly everything went wrong. Aaron, a psychology professor at UC Berkeley, wired $921,000. It was, to be specific, it was $921,235.10. This is a number to this day that he cannot forget. I wonder why. So he wired that from his Bank of America account. 2 days later, the mortgage company called and asked about the wire transfer.
Oh, my God.
The company inquired where the money was wired to, and Aaron nervously said it was Wells Fargo.
Dude, your stomach would have just dropped at that point.
Dude, that's $1 million.
At this point, you'd be I can't even focus to drive to the bank.
Right? And it's like you don't know who you want to kill. So he said, the company inquired about it. He said Wells Fargo. He was stunned when the representative told him, Aaron, we don't have a Wells Fargo account. You need to call your bank immediately. Aaron called his wife, and he said, we've been robbed, he told her. He goes, all of us thought we were communicating with each other, and every time we sent an email, we were communicating with actually the criminals. 2 weeks after the couple thought they had lost that money and their dream home, Aaron got a call from Bank of America. Incredibly, the bank was able to get all of their money back.
What?
They were able to actually get it all back. So that was one happy story.
You know what, though? I would be so shy about I'd take out cash, take the child. Here, y'all figure out what to do with it.
Right? No joke. I want a receipt. I want a receipt now. Not handwritten. I don't want that carbon copy thing. No.
I mean, that would just, man.
Oh, I mean, having the title company tell you that. So, for one, all right, so we're telling you about the scams, but let's also tell you how to avoid these scams. When a title company is going to send you title instructions with wiring information, things like that, for one, usually you're going to bring in a cashier's check.
Yeah.
Safest way you could do it, you take it to the title company, you hand it across the table to the escrow agent, and you're covered. If they are going to send you wiring instructions, call to verify.
Most times through a secure portal.
And that was going to be my second thing. It's going to be on a secured email or through a portal. So you're not just going to get a random email unsecured. Now, unsecured, let's explain that. With a secured email, you get a link, and then you have to click on that, and you have to sign in, and then it's going to be on there.
And you got to scan your eyebrows or something.
Yeah, you got
Okay, maybe not.
I had a joke. I'm going to avoid that one right now.
Do that.
just was not
Please
good.
do.
Trust me. But anyway, you're going to either get a secure email with wiring instructions that you're going to have a username and password for, or just take a cashier's check straight to title.
Yeah.
That's the best way to do it to avoid any of this stuff.
Or if you like, wire Lure Financial to funds. We'll figure out what to do with it.
Yeah,
Okay.
right. Yeah, you might even make a little interest on it. Who knows?
Yeah, I doubt it.
Yeah, no. All right,
Okay,
so
what else?
we've got number 4. Susan Spofford
Spofford.
knew instantly that a property in Jensen Beach was just the right size and layout for her family. Spofford bought the home with her boyfriend, mother, sister, and brother-in-law in Larry Beach, Florida.
With her boyfriend's mother's sister?
All right, with her boyfriend,
Yeah.
her mother, her sister, and brother-in-law.
Dude, this is a Jerry Springer deal, but go ahead.
Right, I should be reading it kind of like this. And they were overjoyed. Kids had 3 eyes, but it was okay. It's just more to see. All right, so they were overjoyed when their offer was accepted, and they felt like the process was running smoothly until it came down to close. A real estate attorney asked for the $77,000 in closing costs. They thought that they had already paid that money. The lawyer's secretary came in and said, "Do you have a check?" And my brother-in-law said, "Check? What check?" Beach told them that he had already wired the closing
Who
cost.
told him?
Beach?
Hey, watch your language on
Right?
this show, buddy.
Yeah, this fucking Beach told him that they had already wired the money to the secretary. And to this date, they were never able to recover.
77 bills.
70.
See ya.
Right here. That
Down the
sucks.
toilet.
Down the tube.
Ooh, man.
Now,
so you can recover 900,000. You can't recover 77,000.
I guess it depends on the bank.
Yeah.
Now, in their instance, what they did is they made arrangements with financing to overcome the cost of the $77,000.
Really?
I'm not saying that they wiped it clean, but they did something to roll it in. It wasn't very specific in the article.
Well, you think about it.
But nonetheless, they got their home.
Oh.
They didn't lose the home, but they just had maybe they took out a second lien. But they did make arrangements to where they didn't lose the house. They were able to buy it, and but to this day, they were still not able to recover the $77,000. And for each day that passes, the probability of getting that money
it's
smaller
gone
and
like the
smaller.
wind, dog. You know that. Sons of beaches.
Right? Gotta love them beaches.
Okay, who we got on number 5? You beach
Number 5, we've got Ann Quinn.
and Quinn.
Found the Charlatan home.
Is she an author?
No,
Oh, okay.
no, I don't know where she works. You never told me to find out where they work, Sydney. You're dropping the ball, dude. What the hell?
You know,
I'm supposed to come up with this stuff and then know what questions you're
You
gonna
see, one question threw him off. What the hell?
All right, so she found so Ann Quinn found a Charlotte home on Inman Crest through a Google search on December 10th.
Wow.
The ad said a nice, cozy bungalow.
Mm-hmm.
The owners, Sabrina and John Filla, married for 17 years, were looking to rent it out because they were moving to Ottawa with their 4 children to preach the gospel.
Bless
God
you, Lord.
love them.
Bless you. Bless you.
Maybe they were related to God because over the next month, Quinn sent them $2,700. But the problem was the Fillas don't exist.
The what?
The Fillas, the Sabrina and John, they don't exist.
I don't understand.
The 2 people that she wired $2,700 to rent this home,
Yeah.
those people don't exist. Their identities were fictitious.
They don't have 4 children?
Nope. They don't have them 4 children.
They're not going to go preach the word?
Nope. They're preaching the word that we got this beach for $2,700 is what they're saying.
And what? So a scammer took their money and had them wired it to them, I guess?
Yeah, so they requested a wire transfer because they were moving to Ottawa. So they're out of town. They're saying, this is fine. We'll go ahead and send you everything. We can do everything by email. It's no problem. And so she sent the $2,700 for the rent. and no home. They didn't own a home. It was somebody else's home. Actually, what they did in this instance is there was a home that was for sale by owner,
Oh, a Fizbo.
and they cut the lockbox off. You know, the lockbox in the front's got a key in it?
Yeah.
They cut it off
What for?
so that they could look like they're renting it.
Oh.
So they can rent it to them. Here's the key and
I got
everything.
you. Yeah.
Owners show up. They're like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, I've had that happen.
Think about how you would feel if you were the homeowner and some jackoff rented your house out from underneath you.
That'd piss
you
me off.
show up, like,
What you doing here? Well,
Right?
I'm renting this house. No, you're not. Crazy things happen in the real estate market. A lot of it is emotional, emotional non-common sense. You want it so
Emotional
freaking bad.
non-common sense.
You want it so freaking bad that you're willing to overlook common sense because
a lot of people do that. The red flag, and people do this with a lot of things, not just real estate. People do this with relationships, with employment, with investments.
Women.
The red flag. Yep. The red flags are there.
we do.
Yeah, we've both fallen in that.
Yeah.
But the red flags are there, just glaring at you in the face, and you decide to ignore it and overlook it.
Yep.
And do I say these people are stupid?
No.
No, they haven't done a lot with real estate before.
That's the problem. They've got some money. They're hardworking people, or whatever the scenario is. They want to take care of their family. Here's a home. We can get into it. Boom.
Now, another real big scam right now, because for one, a lot of these real estate scams, they try to target the elderly if they can. So if the elderly are trying to downsize their home, or they'll try to call them, they'll try to attack them like that. But one of the biggest scams right now, now the product itself, and I'm going to talk about reverse mortgages. The reverse mortgage financial product is not a scam within itself. But there are a lot of scammers out there that are using reverse mortgages and stealing these homes ultimately from these people. So they'll say, you're going to stay in your home. Don't worry about it. Everything's going to be okay. And promise them so much money per month. What they'll do is they'll have it rerouted to their own bank account, and then they'll cut out like $500 a month.
I can tell you what's taking place is probably going to take with the wholesaling market, especially in Houston and Texas right now. There's no inventory right now. It's very tough to get a wholesale deal. With that being said, it leaves room for scammers because wholesalers are desperate.
Tons. Yeah, absolutely. Wholesalers.
We get asked daily for deals on wholesale. Just today we got asked. We just don't have any inventory right now.
Now, and beware. Now, some people say, "Oh, don't worry about it," because I'm not going to get scammed because I'm going to ask them for a bank statement to prove that they've got enough money to buy my home. No, that doesn't always work. A lot of people are forging bank statements.
He gets more of these freaking fake bank statements.
I get them all the time. And it doesn't take a highly trained eye to see that it's fake. But if you're excited about selling your house, you're going to, it looks a little off. I trust him. He seemed like a nice guy.
Anytime we can help you out, we got an 800 number. Go to Allura Financial, allurafinancial.com. Look at the 833-896-6639. Call us, man. We got a minute to chat with you on the phone. Tell us your situation. Tell us your deal. Hey, if we can help you out, we will. If anything, we just give you some common sense advice. I don't know.
I mean, and if you've got a story like this, put it in the comments below.
Subscribe.
Yeah, like, share, subscribe, do all that stuff. We'll put up the little thingy, little animations, all that good stuff up here. But yeah, we'd love to hear stories from people. I mean, what's one of the worst stories you've ever heard?
Oh man, there's so many we don't have time. I've got bad ones. I've got good ones. You name it. We're going to have a show just on stories.
Yeah, just our own personal stories.
Oh, it's insane.
I think those would be a lot of fun.
We've been in business long enough, and we get a lot of stuff happening with good and bad with this business.
Well, we'll get onto that one on next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.
And we'll see you guys here.
This has been Close Table Money Guys. I'm Jimmy Young.
And you're Harris.
We're the Money Guys. What do you got? Your money.